All right, we are live here at Seymour Middle School. Myself, Dino Borelli, co-host Zach Gerstner, Projects for the second round Division III playoff between the Fitch Falcons and the Seymour Wildcats. Coming to you live here at Seymour Middle School. Welcome, Zach, to the telecast.
Welcome. How is everyone doing today? Dino, you're here repping a sick purple suit up here in the booth. I know you at home cannot see it, but he's ready to go today, and it looks like both of these teams are ready to go out here. We saw some warm-ups. A very athletic Fitch team on the other side. I know I've seen a bunch of them throw the ball down here in pregame warm-ups. So we'll see how Seymour matches up with that. Dino, what do you have for breakdowns for the last 10 games of each team?
So Seymour comes in 8-2 in the last 10, and Fitch comes in at 7-3. So Fitch regular season record was 13-6, and then they ended up doing pretty well in their conference tournament, winning 2 games and then losing in their semifinal to St. Bernard, which is a state-ranked team. Um, they won their first round game against their 24 ranked Wyndham at home by 20, 81, actually 21, 81-61 on Tuesday night. So the Falcons come in here. Should be a great matchup. We've got an 8 seed in Seymour, a 9 seed in the Falcons, the Fitch Falcons here. Coach Sullivan, believe how you pronounce his name, Charles Sullivan. He's got some young kids on the team here that play some substantial minutes, Zach. We've got
Yeah.
2 sophomores here, Xavier Good and J.J. Robinson, average about 20 a game, according to the statistics that we found online. Along with next highest scorer is Sabe, Makai Sabe at 10 a game, and then Francis at 7 a game. So these guys put up some points. They're young. Looks like from watching some film, they get out and they can defend. So should be a fun, entertaining game to watch.
I agree. It should be. And don't forget for Fitch, they have center Jacob Francis, who averages 4 blocks per game, which
Yeah.
Seymour's got to take that into account when they attack the ball and dump it in low to injure Paraj and Joey Carfiello.
And he also almost averages a double-double, Zach. He averages 7 points a game, 9.6 rebounds per game. So looks like we're going to pause here for a second to do the national anthem. And then we'll come back with the starting lineups for both the Fitch Falcons and the Seymour Wildcats live from Seymour Middle School, Division Two, or excuse me, Round 2 of the Division Three boys basketball playoffs. All right, Zach, we're back here for our starting lineup. So for Seymour, we'll see Mike Rossetti, Robbie Carfiello, Joey Carfiello, Jaquan Ellis, and Indrit Paraj. For the visiting Fitch Falcons, we'll see J.J. Robinson, Xavier Good, Jacob Francis, Xander Timmerman, and Calvin Sebastian. For those that don't know who Project Purple is a Seymour-based charity that provides financial aid and hope to patients battling pancreatic cancer. Project Purple supports patients battling this disease through patient financial aid and nutrition assistance programs. We also raise funds for critical research for early detection and treatment of pancreatic cancer. To learn more about Project Purple, visit our website at www.projectpurple.org. Follow us on social media at Project Purple on Instagram. For more Project Purple content, check out our podcast on Spotify under the Project Purple podcast, or visit our blog at the website. Thank you again to everyone for being here tonight. And now back to our game. Let's get ready for this second round matchup between the Seymour Wildcats and the Fitch Falcons.
Yeah, and just a quick brief mention. It looks like Seymour has a whiteout tonight going on. We obviously didn't get the memo here in the booth, but we'll make it work.
I will say Coach Carfiello is wearing his purple. We know purple's the color of royalty, so.
And it's the color of good luck, too.
That's right, that's right. Also tonight, Zach, we've got our officials here from the Hartford board. So what happens here for CIAC state games is you can never have officials from the league if you have two opposing leagues competing against each other. So we've got three officials tonight, actually. So it's a little bit different than what kids you normally see here in the state of Connecticut with high school basketball until playoffs, where they can put three-man rotations for referees. Usually you just get two.
Now they have no excuse to miss calls.
Yeah. Looks like Fitch will control the tap there. So fans are starting to get in here. It looks like the crowd's starting, good-sized crowd here for Fitch. Ball looks like Seymour in their traditional 3-2. Paraj tips the ball there.
You know what's unique is they have Paraj up top right now and not down low, which I guess it's helpful because you have his length up top, but maybe we got to see how that translates over to defensive rebounding, blocking out, especially because Jacob Francis is a force to be reckoned with in the middle of the court.
Yeah. We do have Joey Carfiello and Jaquan Ellis, one of the more athletic players for Seymour, down on the block. Both athletic, super athletic players. So it might be a little bit of contain the two guards here for Fitch. Timmerman with a quick three. Let's see, Fitch counters with their 2-1-2. Carfiello strong to the hole for his first two.
I thought we might have seen a block there from Jacob Francis, but too quick, used his body to keep him away. With a tough finish.
Tough finish there by Carfiello. So scouting Fitch, they like to get the ball into the two sophomores, J.J. Robinson and Xander Good's hands to really run the offense. Here's our shooter, Xander Good. He can launch it. That's going to stay Fitch ball. Looks like it is off. So maybe the strategy here by Seymour is to play in this 3-2 to contain these two guards. Looks like they're all over the student athletes here tonight about their uniforms and making sure they're tucked in. Got to appreciate that from the officiating crew.
I will say, though, Fitch really runs the shot clock down. They don't, as there's a bucket for Francis, but they like to run the shot clock down and really get a good look and a good shot, which is different than Seymour has used to been playing against.
Ellis with the ball, breaks the press. Smart play there by Good. Throwing it back off of Ellis, off of that trap. And I think we'll see a lot of that trapping half-court zone here by Fitch. That's what they're known for in their full-court defense. Ball's over to Good. So interesting here now. I think Fitch has realized here what they're doing. They're trying to get that middle free throw. Good with the ball up top. pick coming for him. They overload the one side.
Yeah, they have a very patient offense. It's very patient, methodical.
Robinson with a three, off the mark. Looks like that's going to be a foul on Sebastian, his first. Good box out by Mike Rossetti.
You're right with that one.
That's one of those plays that, you don't get any points for, but, the box out that leads to a foul, right, does add up. So Seymour able to break the press here. Robbie Carfiello with the ball to Indra Karaj. Fitch in a 2-3, back to Carfiello, off the mark. Looks like Good almost traveled there.
Yeah, I don't think Seymour likes the pace of play right now to start off the game. They want to get the ball quick and run.
Zimmerman again. Timmerman, excuse me. Another three by Timmerman.
And I think Seymour knows who's the shooter now.
Yeah. So they're trying to trap. Turnover, gets it back, Farage. So kind of interesting there if you're watching here. Fitch is kind of luring you into that get the ball over half court and then use the court as part of the third trapper.
Yeah, and I think Seymour needs to have someone around the top of the key, high post area for a quick bounce pass, fake a pass, make a pass. It's very overwhelming for them so far.
8-2 Fitch here, 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. That 3-2 seems to have extended here, Zach, a bit. J.J. Robinson to the drive.
Good steal.
Good steal by Farage. Looks like he double dribbled there. Travel. Looks like that was a double dribble. I don't know if that was a travel. The close official, I think that was his call.
Well, I'll give him that one. That was either a double dribble or a travel. So.
Yeah. Seymour hasn't been able to get their offense going here, Zach.
I know.
You see, right?
And even when they're getting stops, they just turn it back over with the trap.
Yeah. High screen there by Francis. Zimmerman's got two defenders on him now. Over to Good. Off the mark. Sebastian. Good block.
I know Indra needs the box out there. He lost his man, but he makes up for it with a great block there. Save an easy two.
Francis wide open. Misses. Gets his own. Volleyball. Wow. A couple opportunities there for Fitch. I'm sure they'd want back. We're going to have our first sub into the game here. Nathan Virtue for Francis. Francis, quick pull here. Nation Virtue gives you a little bit more of a wide body here. Let's see if that gives Seymour some trouble here with his size. Out to Robinson, back over to Good for three. Wow. Xavier Good with his first three. Jaquan Ellis with it on the wing. Drive.
Strong
move. Off the mark. Good with the rebound. Going to take it himself. A little bit out of control. Back to Robinson for three. Off the mark. Gets his own rebound. Virtue.
Oh, give it to him. Come on. Charge. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. That's how you swing momentum there.
11-2 Fitch. Just under 4 minutes here. Let's see if Seymour can capitalize on the offensive foul here. Make something happen. Joey Carpiello, he'll take it straight to the hole. He's been the whole offense here for Seymour.
Yeah, very, very different game from the one on Tuesday night. Seymour came out and was offensively menacing.
Good. Little quick two. Smart play by Good. He pulled up. Ellis was going to try to take the charge. 13-4 Fitch. 3:30 left here in the first quarter. No press here by Fitch. They get back in the defense. Karaj with a deep three off the mark. Over to J.J. Robinson. Back to Good. He's going to shoot it. They got to find that guy. Way too many easy looks. 16-4 Fitch here. Seymour timeout.
Yeah, Seymour needed that timeout. I mean, they have given up 4 threes already to start the game here in the first 5 minutes.
Fitch has come out on fire. They're 4 for 6 from three. Um, Zach, we watched some film on these guys, and we knew just from what we saw, these guys like to shoot. Good is their best shooter in terms of 3-point percentage. But, the two guards, as we said, J.J. Robinson and Good, both average around 20 points. So you got to know where those guys are on the court, especially when they have the ball.
Yeah, and then on top of it, Timmerman has hit 2 threes already, so they have a lot of guys that can shoot. Very good spacing so far offensively. They're really working the clock too, and Seymour, if they find themselves down, I know they like to run, but they're going to need to start locking in defensively and then grinding out some good offensive possessions.
Timmerman for the season only averages about 4 points, 4.3. He's got 6, so he's 2 above his average. So he's a plus player right now if we're doing plus and minuses. 16-4, Seymour ball, 3 minutes left in the first. Looks like a matchup 2-3 or not matchup. They're man-to-man here. Barrage with the ball. Gets to the paint.
Good
Easy
move.
2 for Barrage. That's a strong move.
Seymour needed that basket. They really did.
16-6. Seymour now in a man-to-man. J.J. Robinson to the hole. He pushed off. Great call. He pushed off. We can see that from here.
I mean, I actually definitely just marked Mike Rossetti with a foul there, but he's been good at drawing fouls tonight on the defensive end. That's his second one.
Yeah.
Got them with the over the back and now an offensive push-off.
Rossetti's plus-minus just went up about 3 points.
Yeah.
So Fitch in that man-to-man. Joey Carpiello with the ball. Drives, lefty. Can't get it to drop. Fitch looking to make something happen here. Zimmerman in the corner, wide open. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
He has 9 now, all on three-pointers. Seymour may need to start shutting him down quickly before it gets out of hand.
19-6 Fitch here. Into Barrage. Up. 2 for Barrage. It's been the Joey Carpiello injured Barrage offense from Seymour here. 19-8 Fitch. Good with the ball on Ellis.
Over the back.
Virtue with it. Can't get it to drop. Gonna stay Fitch ball.
I mean, offensively right now, I would continue to run the offense through Parage and Carfiello just because they have a mismatch with, well, now they just sub Virtue out, but Virtue's a slower defender. Take them one-on-one, they can just blow right past them to the basket.
Francis in for Virtue and Harmeling in for Robbie Carfiello. Sebastian with a 2 and 1. That's going to be Jaquan Ellis' first foul. I don't know what happened there, Zach. I don't know if they fell asleep there on that out-of-bounds play there.
I know so far Fitch has been very good at getting someone open right there on the block for an easy layup. It's the second time we've seen it. Guaranteed the first time Francis missed 2 layups, but Seymour's going to need to start figuring that out down low.
So Sebastian misses the free throw. 21-8 Fitch. Fitch in a man-to-man. Ball goes off out to Carfiello. He's got good on him. He'll go to the hole. Strong 2 for Joey Carfiello. 21-10. Keeping Seymour in the game here. Seymour stays in that man-to-man.
Yeah, and Joey Carfiello offensively, so far it's been barbecue chicken for everyone who's been guarding him.
Ellis on good here. Looks like Francis comes up to set a high screen. Off the mark. That's Good's first mark. Cooper with a rebound. Looks like that's going to be a hold on Timmerman.
That was a smart foul, though. Seymour was off and running with the break. They had Jaquan Ellis up ahead as well. Or actually, it was Rossetti up ahead. But that would have been an easy 2 for Seymour. Cut the deficit to single digits.
Seymour substitution, Shane White Jr. into the game for Jaquan Ellis. Let's see if Shane's known for offense, if he can get the Seymour offense sparked here, other than Carfiello and Parage. So Fitch is in this man-to-man. Looks like they're switching a lot of these screens. Haraj to the hole. Looks like he lost it going up.
I almost thought they almost called a charge there. But good thing the ball went out of bounds first.
Wes Longino into the game for Calvin Sebastian. Longino. Wes Longino. Longino hasn't played much this year, it looks like, looking at the statistics here. Only played in about 6 games, so interesting substitution here by Fitch, maybe end of the quarter. J.J. Robinson with a deep three, off the mark.
Good pass by Rossetti.
Seymour should hold it here for the last shot. White from the corner, off the mark. Francis. Easy two for Francis. 23-10 Fitch. 5 seconds left here. Seymour's got to get a bucket. Turnover. J.J. Robinson after.
I don't think he got that off anyways, even with, I know the refs were saying he did, but it looked like it was still in his hand on the way up.
23-10 here, end of the first quarter. Fitch is up here at Seymour Middle School against Seymour. So Zach, Fitch came out. Zimmerman hit 3 threes. He's got 9 for the quarter. Xavier Good hit 2 threes. He's got 8 for the quarter. And then Francis has had a couple baskets, but came out hot. Fitch came out hot. Seymour just hasn't been able to find the rhythm on offense.
Yeah, and I'm going to, if you do the scouting right now, you have Paraj and Carfiello, who are going to score, but they've done a good job at minimizing their impact, and they're defensively, their hands are always active. They're always getting a piece of the ball, and they're just making Seymour comfortably on their offensive possessions, which has been paying off big for them as they only have 10 points here after the first half.
So I know we talk about the Fitch offense, but I guess the question that we've got to ask here in this first quarter is it's the Fitch offense or the defense, right? Because Seymour hasn't been able to get into their offensive sets. I don't know if that 2-1-2 press, like half-court press that Fitch puts on, we saw in the beginning of the game there were a couple traps, a couple turnovers that created Fitch points here. If that was the issue here, Seymour trying to figure out how to kind of get back into that rhythm offensively.
I think it's been like a mix of both. Their defense has been leading to it, but Seymour's gotten some stops. But because Fitch's defense has been so dominant so far, they haven't been able to turn it into any points.
Yeah. So starters back into the game for Fitch. Seymour counters with Shane White Jr., Joey Carfiello, Robbie Carfiello, Cooper Harmeling, and Indrit Paraj.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm going right to Paraj here. Mouse in the house. He's got a smaller player on him, and he knows it too. He's got the ball.
Back down to Joey Carfiello. He's got the shorter player on him. Nice basket by Joey Carfiello. Cut into this lead. 23-12 Seymour.
Seymour there. That's on cue.
Joey Carfiello with the steal.
I mean, he came to play tonight, Dino. He came to play. He does not want to go home.
Seymour cuts it to 9 points here, 23-14. Great instincts by Joey Carfiello. So Seymour stays in the hand. A little bit of an advantage here for Seymour because you've got White on Good and Robbie Carfiello on J.J. Robinson, a little bit taller. Zimmerman again. He came to play tonight.
He did, and I'm surprised Seymour hasn't figured it out yet. You can't give him any space offensively.
Well, there are 3 guys jumping at the ball there. Zimmerman with 12 here. Harmeling with a turnover. J.J. Robinson, easy 2. His first points of the game. 28-14 Fitch. 6:28 after the first. Paraj drives.
Sebastian was all over him there.
That's a second foul on Sebastian. We're going to get a Seymour substitution here. Jaquan Ellis into the game for Cooper Harmeling. And we're going to see Wes Longino in the game for Sebastian. So, looking at the lineups here, Seymour does have a little bit of a height advantage here with the lineup they've got in the ballgame right now.
Yeah, they do. I mean, and offensively so far, it's pretty much Joey Carfiello and Paraj offensively. And if they can continue to just exploit those matchups, they'll be able to get back in the game. But then defensively, they can't leave shooters open.
No. Paraj up. Looks like he got fouled.
That would have been a tough and one there.
Looks like 13. Longino, his first foul. Paraj will shoot 28-14, 6 minutes here in the second quarter. Fitch up by 14. Paraj makes the first. Makes the second. 28-16. Fitch. Seymour stays in that man-to-man here. Let's see if they can make something happen here. It's going to be on Robbie Carfiello, his first. J.J. Robinson's going to shoot 2. Seymour, you got to get stops here. Haven't been able to stop this explosive Fitch offense at this point. Robinson makes the first.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing right now is if you get stops, they're also going to need to translate them into points down 13 here.
Robinson makes the second. Keeps it a 14-point lead, 30-16 Fitch. Fitch stays in this man-to-man. Let's see here. Shane White with the ball out to Ellis. Ellis driving, loses it. Ball's on the ground, comes up. Another Seymour turnover here. Longino open for 3. Good with the rebound.
Out to
Zimmerman fakes, pumps, misses finally.
Yeah, he finally is key there, Dino.
That's his first miss.
He shows that he has some human side to him.
Substitution here for Seymour. Mike Rossetti to replace Shane White. So Seymour gets a little bit shorter here.
Yeah, but Rossetti's key defensively for Seymour.
So Seymour's in a 2-3 off this inbound play. Let's see if they go back to their 3-2, which they do. Extending on the shooters here. Ball's up at the top. J.J. Robinson with the ball. I thought they did well in that 3-2 beginning of the game. They just got to know where the shooters is. As I speak, he's getting the ball. Steal by Joey Carfiello. Joey's been all over the court tonight, Zach.
He has.
So Fitch is back in that 2-3 zone. Turnover.
It's very sloppy for Seymour offensively right now.
We got a substitution coming in here for Fitch. Number 21, Rells into the game. He replaces Longino. Seymour in a man-to-man.
Oh, that wasn't a foul.
That's going to be the first on Indrit Paraj, I guess on the floor. Yeah, I don't know about that call. It looked like that was either a jump ball or a travel. But
I think he took 3 steps first, and then I'll give him a foul after that. But the original call should be a travel.
There's this thing in officiating. It's advantage, disadvantage. So it depends on what happened first, Zach. If the contact caused the travel, looks like offensive foul here on Francis.
Yeah, he hooked Paraj's arm. You can't do that offensively.
So
he can't do it defensively either.
First foul here. 30-16 still. Fitch. 4:38 left here in the second quarter. Rossetti with no pressure will bring the ball up. Man-to-man. Paraj looks like he's got a smaller defender. He'll step up for 3 off the mark. Francis a rebound. Robinson looks to bring it up. Good steps. Air ball. Stays, or no, goes to Seymour. Looks like that, I thought that came off to someone.
Yeah, what I would like to see is when Paraj has those mismatches, though, with the smaller defenders, go down, post them up, or take him to the paint. They're not going to be able to block or contest your shots.
So
And
Sebastian comes in for Francis. Pitch goes really small right now, Zach. Let's see if Seymour can capitalize. Another turnover. I think Rossetti was trying to do a Euro there and sneak that through the defenders.
Yeah.
They try to break the two defenders versus
Yeah,
stopping and passing.
Fitch has been very aggressive defensively, which Seymour's trying to find ways to work around.
Sebastian with a two. 32-16 here, Fitch. Seymour's got to find a way to get their offense going here. Robbie Carfiello with the ball, trying to make something happen. Good got a hand on it.
Smart timeout there by Paraj.
Seymour timeout.
I mean, I just am watching. This isn't the same offense we saw the other night. I feel like guys are trying to do too much right now, and they need to start working as a team again and moving the ball around, finding the mismatches, and then the offense will start to flow.
I don't disagree with you, Zach, here. I think, the pressure that Fitch has shown, not only in this man-to-man just recently, but also in that half-court 2-1-2 press has kind of thrown Seymour, I think, into a little bit of a quandary here offensively. So, they got to kind of figure this out. I always say you go back to basics and do what you really do really well. I know we've seen Seymour, as on Tuesday, pass the ball, get the ball moving really well. Leads to easy baskets, open shots. Seymour's got a height advantage here. I'd love to see the ball to get back into the post, either Paraj or Joey Carfiello in the post, because clearly they have a substantial height advantage here. I don't think Fitch has a player over 6'1" on the court. Paraj with a drive.
Bravo. Oh boy, I mean, he has the right idea though. Attack the paint, try to draw a foul. Maybe get Fitch in some foul trouble. Kind of help. They won't be able to play their normal rotation.
Off three by Rels. Ellis secures the rebound. Again, pitching that man-to-man. Ellis had it. Let's see the ball move around here for Seymour. See if they can get something going. They got 3 minutes left here to kind of figure this out. Rossetti with a nice drive.
That's
Mike,
what they need.
32-18. Zimmerman over to Sebastian. Had it. Carfiello comes up with it. He'll drive to the hole. Nice left by Joey Carfiello. He's been the whole offense here in this game for Seymour. We need some help.
Yeah, I was going to say they need a third player to step up like you normally see, like a Jaquan Ellis, a Robbie Carfiello, a Mike Rossetti, a Carmerling off the bench,
Ball's on the ground. Players got it. Carfiello comes up with it. Rossetti. They got 4-on-2 here. Over to Ellis. That's Seymour basketball. 32-22.
They need to continue to dig their heels in here. And there, just like that, they ignite the crowd, get them back into it, see how Fitch responds.
Ellis on good here. Looks like he's in his shorts, playing hard defense. Switch. Timmerman, he's wide open. Timmerman's wide open. There we go. Good with the ball. Down to 5. Quick three. Off the mark. Joey Carfiello with the rebound.
That's what they need to keep doing. Sorry to interrupt you, Dino.
Let's see if Seymour can get this into single digits going into halftime. Pitching that man-to-man, Zach.
And the atmosphere is just amplifying here.
Paraj with it. Off the mark. He just can't buy a bucket tonight off from 3. Good up to the court to Rels, over to Robinson. Zimmerman wide open. The worst person, Rossetti with the rebound. Driving.
The pass.
Carfiello misses it.
Travel.
Carfiello's either tired or, he's gassed. He didn't even make it past half court on that play. He's playing his heart out.
He is.
Ben Perry into the game there for Sebastian. Another Fitch going deep into their bench here. Perry's played 19 games though, so he's had some experience here. Ellis to inbound. Substitutions for Seymour. Harmeling and White replacing Joey Carfiello and Mike Rossetti. Robbie playing the point here. 2 people on him over to Ellis.
Good caught by Ellis.
He's going to shoot 2. That's going to be on good. That's his first.
I mean, I like the way Seymour has come out of that timeout and amplified everything. They got to keep going at Fitch. I think defensively they're a smaller team. They don't want to. They look like they don't want to be as physical as Seymour has plays.
Ellis makes the first, cuts it to single digits here. So Fitch here counters. They go pretty big. They got Virtue and Francis in the game. Ellis to make this an 8-point game here, 32-23. Violation, Seymour. Barrage jumps the lane. So 46 seconds left here in the second quarter, 32-23 Fitch. Good.
Travel.
Yep. So 40 seconds here. Let's see if Seymour works the clock here, Zach. Got subs coming in here. I guess we didn't get him in time for Seymour. What's going on here?
I think they're letting them sub really quick.
Yep. So both coaches going to their bench where Joey Carfiello back in.
I'm trying to sub. I don't know.
Looks like there's an issue with the clock here. So Mike Rossetti in for Robbie Carfiello, Joey Carfiello in for Cooper Harmeling, and Fitch counters with Rels in for Good. So let's see if Seymour's going to hold this. White wide open underneath. They missed him there. Barrage with a deep 3. White
good
with a
rebound.
Had it. So 28 seconds here. Let's see if Fitch holds it for 1. Substitution here. He just ran onto the court. I think the ref's going to say something to him. Yeah, Sebastian just ran onto the court there. I think he was coming in for, well, he replaces Virtue, but he literally sprints it from the bench onto the court. I think the referee's telling both coaches the kids have to wait to be summoned onto the court.
Yeah, I agree.
Trap in the corner.
Nice. Oh, man.
Let's see where this goes.
They got Rossetti there.
Yep. Mike Rossetti with his first.
I don't like that foul call.
Zach, I thought there might have been a travel on that before, possibly. Robinson started to move, but again, you go advantage, disadvantage, contact, which happened first. Robinson up to the corner, Rels deep in the corner, off the mark. Timmerman with the rebound. Robinson loses it. Carfiello. Joey Carfiello with the hustle play. That's going to be on Rels, his first. Joey Carfiello to shoot 2. I think Coach Carfiello was upset there. I don't know if he wanted an intentional foul or something. I think Carfiello landed kind of funny.
Yeah, like the other night, he had one of those too. He landed on his wrist.
So 32-23 Fitch, 12 seconds left. Let's see if Joey Carfiello can dig into this Fitch lead here. Misses the first. .12 left here in the quarter. Makes the second. Makes it 32-24 Fitch. Robinson dribbles up. Rel's in the corner for three. Off the mark. Ellis with the rebound. Look who's got it again. Joey Carfiello with quick two.
Wow. What a way to put. Coach Carfiello is fired up there on half court.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, what a game so far, Dino. What a game.
32-26 Fitch, but momentum has swung, Zach. If you look at the score, I mean, it was it was a 16-point game at one point. Fitch had a 16-point lead. Seymour clawing back to make it 6 points. So we're going to break for halftime, and we'll be back before the third quarter starts to give us kind of a recap of the first half. All right, Zach, we're back. 2 minutes left here at halftime. Fitch just comes out. We've got a strong Fitch crowd. I think they had to drive like an hour and a half just to get here to Seymour. So they brought their fans. Student section for Seymour. It's like there's some back and forth there between the fans and the student section. Yeah, I love high school basketball. This is what's so great about high school basketball, right? You got the energy. You got both very passionate fan groups. Um, tale of two quarters, Zach, right? Like, Fitch came out shooting the ball amazing, 23 points in that first quarter. They only scored 9 in the second quarter. Still up 8 points here, but offensively they really struggled in that second quarter.
Yeah, they did. I mean, props to Seymour for kind of switching up the defensive looks, going from the press to man to 3-2. And they did catch a break a couple of times. They left Timmerman open twice. Lucky he didn't score. I mean, they had, I think Reels missed 3 threes there in that second quarter. So it's more of just, it's not sustainable. They're going to need to close out, but they did a much better job there in that second quarter.
Yeah, and the Seymour offense really struggled that first quarter. I mean, they exploded, scored 16 points in that second quarter to close it to a 6-point lead here for Fitch. But Joey Carfiello was just phenomenal in that first half.
I was going to say, I mean, I'm sure someone is going to need to step up for Seymour because Fitch, there's no way they're going to let him just impose his will offensively the rest of the game. I mean, I know he had 9 in that second quarter alone. He's probably got half of their points, 15 for him, so he's got more than half of their points. And if you're Fitch, the coach is saying you got to watch number 10. Can't leave him open. And so someone's going to have to step up for Seymour.
Yeah, they're going to need someone to come along here with Joey. But we've seen this, Zach. We've done a lot of Seymour games. That third quarter, we see a different team come out, right? Like we typically see defensive intensity. So let's see if we can see that here. It's going to be Fitch ball to come out. We've got our starters back in for Fitch. We've got J.J. Robinson, Calvin Sebastian, Xavier Good, Xander Timmerman on fire in the first half with 4 threes for 12, and Jacob Francis led the way for Timmerman, led the way for Fitch, and for Seymour, we've got Robbie Carfiello, Mike Rossetti, Indra Paraj, Joey Carfiello, and Jaquan Ellis. Seymour in that man-to-man backdoor cut Timmerman with it. Seymour stays in that man-to-man high screen switch by Seymour. Robinson, tough move.
That was a tough basket there for Robinson.
So we said before we started the game, both Robinson and Good average about 20 a game. They're way off their mark. Joey Carfiello from the wing.
Wow.
It's going to be on Francis.
Yeah, that was not a good foul there.
3 shots for Joey Carfiello here. Let's see, chip away into this lead. So, as you said, both Francis and Good, 20 points, around 20 points a game. First quarter, or first half, Robinson. Carfiello misses the first, only had 4, and Good, he had 8. So let's see if Robinson here, clearly his first basket for the half, Fitch is gonna try to get him going. Carfiello makes the second. Gets a shooter's bounce on the third, so makes 2 out of 3. Still a 6-point game, 28-34, but full court press here by Seymour. Fitch gets it over. It's on Francis, bobbles it, Good with it. Seymour in a 3-2, their traditional 3-2 matchup zone here. Good with 3. That's good for Good. First 3 of the half.
Yes, Fitch has been very good at driving and kicking and finding their shooters. They're drawing the defense in, wide open shooters, time and time again.
Paraj, he'll shoot. Doesn't get the bounce. Seymour stays in a man-to-man here. Robinson drives, kicks to Sebastian. Floater
Blocked
off
by
the mark.
Faraz.
Whipped around. Francis has it. Francis with the putback.
It's like that. It's an 11-point lead again.
39-28 Fitch. 6 minutes here in the third quarter. Fitch in a man-to-man. Carfiello spins. That's going to be third on Francis.
Smart. Go after their big guy. You know? I like what they're doing, though, offensively now. I'm trying to get Fitch in foul trouble, make them go to the bench, make them use. I mean, you said it. They've had players in that have only played 3 games, like average few amount of points.
Carfiello doesn't make the first. It looks like Saab into the game for Francis. Saab played quite a bit. He averages 10 a game here. His first minute. Carfiello can't make them count, misses both of them. Still an 11-point lead. Saab with a out-of-control shot. Rossetti had it. Up ahead to Paraj. Paraj pulls off the mark. Ellis with his first 2. 9-point game, 39-30. So clearly Seymour's got an advantage here with the boards here. Let's see if they can make this count here. The second half with Francis sitting on the bench.
Yeah, they need to keep digging their heels in defensively. Gotta stay close out on the shooters. Can't give them any space.
Good hangs off the mark. Paraj, jump ball, Seymour. Paraj and Saab had it. So Fitch stays in this, looks like man-to-man or 1-2-1 full court press. Looks like no, it's a man-to-man press here, full court. So let's see how Seymour can handle this. Seymour, I think, has a little bit of an advantage here. You got all 5 players can really handle the ball here, Zach. So we shouldn't have a problem with the pressure here.
Oh, I agree.
Ellis to the hole.
They need them. They need Ellis to continue to get downhill and attack. He's so good at finishing around the basket. It'll help open up the entire offense.
39-32. Good pass by Saab. Sebastian with 2. 41-32. Fitch. 3-on-2 here. Paraj to the hole. I like that.
I do put him in the spin cycle, Dino.
Got to get back on defense. Saab with a deep 3. He just came into the game. Makai Saab. Rossetti finds a shooter in the corner.
Why not? Why not?
Uh-oh. Paraj heating up here, 44-37.
You don't want to see him get hot if you're Fitch. You don't.
And similar to what we saw last game, Paraj gets into that groove. He's a very streaky shooter. But you know, Zach, what I like about Seymour coming out of this half, Paraj going to the hole, being aggressive. You know, as scorers, you got to get baskets, right? You're out of that first half. There was really no offensive flow other than Joey Carfiello for Seymour. So you see Paraj driving to the hole, trying to get some easy buckets and trying to find that rhythm. And clearly he just hit that 3. Seems like maybe let's hope he's found his rhythm here.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And also, you know, offensively, they're kind of shutting down Joey right now. They open it up and they don't know what to do. It opens up the entire floor offensively. And for Paraj, you know, now you're seeing the ball go in the basket. You'll get more confidence. You'll start to, I guess, not hesitate as much. Maybe you have an open 3 because he was 0 for 4 from 3 in the first half. He sees one go in, and hopefully that'll be the spark that he needs to get his game going.
So Seymour counters here in their own full court press. Let's see if they can make something happen here. I know they like to press. They've got length here on the court with the Carfiello brothers and Paraj, and speed with Ellis and Rossetti. Looking to trap that. Saab with it. Tipped away by Carfiello. Paraj comes up with it. He's going to pull. He's feeling it.
I didn't like that one there, Dino.
Timeout there by Fitch. Fitch coach Sylvan is a little upset there with Saab. I think he's yelling at him. He's giving him some hard love, as they say, Zach. He was
love.
not happy there.
Not at all. And then going back to that barrage shot, you have numbers there. You go, try to get an easy layup. Cut the deficit from 7 to 5, and then just continue working on cutting the deficit. It points. That's all that matters for them. They've been hard to come by in that first half for them.
I think I like your comment before. The north-south of Jaquan Ellis and Joey Carfiello. I'd love to see Paraj do more of that. He's great going to the hole, right? It looks like Joey Carfiello was out of bounds there. Or no, it was a timeout by Fitch. So Fitch inbounds the ball. Ellis tips. Going to stay Fitch ball.
And you know what I like, too, is putting Jaquan Ellis on Xavier Good, one of their top scorers. We saw the other day he shut down South Windsor's best scorer. He was completely unavailable the entire game.
Like that's going to be on Joey Carfiello, his first. So, interesting point here, Zach. I believe it's pronounced Makai, or Macau Saab, has not played in the first half, but has been a spark here in the second half. And if you look at their stats, he is their third leading scorer and did not play at all in the first half. 6'3" junior makes the free throw. He's got a quick 6 points here in this quarter to keep Fitch in this game. Seymour breaks it. Robbie Carfiello dribbling it out. Going to set the offense back up. He'll drive.
Good move.
Strong move by Robbie Carfiello. His first 2 of the game.
I love the use of the fake call Rossetti over. Go right by him.
Saab again with a 3. This guy's been on a mission. He's been their whole offense here. Joey Carfiello blocked.
That was a mean block there, Dino.
Looks like Coach Sullivan's going to bring in Francis back into the game. Sebastian's going to go out. Coach Carfiello is going to counter with Cooper Harmerling here for Jaquan Ellis.
Yeah, it would be nice if Harmerling can get going from 3, open up the floor a little bit. They're kind of starting to get compact in the paint because they know Carfiello's going to come downhill. Jaquan's coming downhill. Robbie's coming downhill. And on cue, on cue.
Cooper Harmerling with a 3. 50-42 Fitch. Still an 8-point game here, Zach. Seymour's got to get some stops.
They do. They need them.
Carfiello up on J.J. Robinson. He drives. I'm going to call a push on Carfiello. He's got to beat him to the spot there. That's the second on Robbie Carfiello. On the floor, though.
And I'll give my props to J.J. Robinson. He's very good at getting the defender on his back once he beats him. And then he gets fouled every time.
Reminds me a little bit of Syracuse player Lawrence Moten with those long pants. I mean, Moten had the socks, but he, Timmerman from 3, off the mark. Francis had it. Rossetti's bringing up. Good was trailing him. Travel there. J.J. Robinson turning it over. He's going to talk to Saab about it. As I was saying, J.J. Robinson reminds me a little bit of Lawrence Moten, the way he plays a little bit and having those long pants on. Farage gets it back, almost stolen.
Yeah, Seymour caught a break there, Dino.
Blocked by Francis. Over to Harmeling. Off the mark. Fitch batting the ball around.
Oh.
Seymour got lucky there.
I know Corfiello was signaling for a timeout as well.
That's going to be on J.J. Robinson, his second. Shane White Jr. comes into the game. Going to give Indra Paraj a breather. Looks like who's coming into the game? Sebastian in for Good. Okay. I thought maybe they were going to give Francis a break here just because he's got 3 fouls.
I think they need him there, though, especially now. If you can use him offensively, create some mismatches down low.
Blocked by Francis on cue on Carfiello. Carfiello's still out of the play here. Ball's moving around. 3-pointer by J.J. Robinson. Rossetti to the hole. Off the mark. Rebound and one.
Count it.
Is that 4 on Francis, though?
I think so.
Nope,
No.
5. So that's on Timmerman, his second. So, Zach, if my numbers are right here, Fitch is starting to get into some questionable foul trouble here with some players because Timmerman comes out. He's got 2. J.J. Robinson's got 2. Sebastian's got 2. And Francis has 3. Let's see if fouls become an issue here. Carfiello makes the free throw. Substitution, Indra Paraj in for Joey Carfiello. 53-45. Fitch still. Seymour slowly chipping away at this lead.
Yeah, I mean, they start to chip away, and then it just goes the other way.
Good with it. Stops,
Tough move.
pops.
That was a tough move there.
See if Rossetti can make it happen. Something happen here. Harmeling with it. Over to Carfiello. Over to White. White gives it a look. Ball's tipped. Back to White. White's known for shooting.
Why not?
The 3.
That's a huge 3 there, Dino. Huge.
55-48.
They need to stop here. They need to stop.
And they're man-to-man. Looks like they're trying to get the post into Rossetti. Good with a 3. That's going to be off the mark. Rossetti with it. Hard
I think that might be Francis or Sebastian's 3rd.
That's going to be Sebastian. Take your pick. Sebastian with his 3rd.
And I think Rossetti's shooting free throws.
Shooting 2. That's the 5th foul on Fitch. So 2 shots for Mike Rossetti. Shortest guy on the court. Boxing out, getting the rebound.
Yeah, he's a gritty player. He does what it needs to do to win.
Rossetti makes the first. Jaquan Ellis into the game for Robbie Carfiello. 55-49 Fitch, 34 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Rossetti makes it a 5-point game, the closest it's been since 5-0 to start the game. Saab with it, passes to Francis. Francis turnover. So let's see here, Zach, if Seymour holds it for the last shot. They've got the shot clock off. 28 seconds here.
That's what I would do.
Clock hasn't started. Clock hasn't started. There we go. Refs notice that. We got a slow clock here. They're going to talk about it. I think it's going to drop to, they might leave it at 26. I think it was 28. Probably 2 seconds to get it off. They're going to talk about it.
I mean, what I'm doing here offensively, Have Rossetti bring it up, kill about 7-8 seconds, give it to Jaquan or Indrit, let them attack the paint. If they close in defensively, you have Bam and Cooper, who are both great shooters, to get potentially. Now there's 2 seconds on the clock.
They're going to fix that. So, coach here for Fitch makes a quick sub. Timmerman in for Francis. 25 seconds on the clock. So let's see how Seymour handles this. 25 seconds to go. Down 5. Barrage with the ball. Fitch is in a man-to-man. Let's see if he's going to kill it. Try to go for the last second shot. Fitch coach is telling him to come out and play.
I'm going right by him, Dino. If I'm Faraj, don't.
Pull up 3. Off the mark. 2 seconds here. Good with it. Good if it goes. I don't know, Zach. I didn't like that last second shot there by Paraj. You had time to get, you had a lot of time left on the clock, but you should have gone to the basket. You had Fitch in 5 fouls.
Yeah, I agree. And, I mean, worst case, if someone came off and helped, you have Cooper Harmeling in the corner, Bam White in the corner. You have good shooters out there.
Yeah, so as we go into the fourth quarter, 55-50, Fitch clinging to a 5-point lead. Zach, we've seen Seymour slowly chipping away at what was once a 15-point lead, now down to 5. The big question here is, can Seymour, do they have enough time to make this a tie game, take the lead?
I think they do, I think they do. But the biggest key for them is defensively, you need to continue to get stops and close out on shooters. And offensively, they need to keep going at the basket because their three-point shooting hasn't been there tonight. I think they have 3 total threes made in the game. They don't shoot a lot of them. They're not a volume team, but the biggest key is you need to attack the paint and keep Fitch on their heels and keep them in foul trouble.
Yeah. And that's the other story here in this quarter. Will Fitch get into foul trouble with some of their key players? So Fitch counters with J.J. Robinson, Xavier Good, Timmerman, Sebastian, and Saab. Seymour counters with Joey Carfield, Robbie Carfield, Mike Rossetti, Jaquan Ellis, and Indra Paraj. Robinson dribbles it out. Good has it now. He's got Paraj on him. Drives to the paint. Tough move by Xavier Good. His first 2 in this quarter. 57-50, Fitch. Let's see how Seymour counters here. They got Paraj wide open. Turnover. J.J. Robinson dishes. Good wide open for 3. Off the mark. Saab almost dunked it.
I think they got Timmerman with his 3rd there.
Yep. Xander Timmerman picking up a foul. I don't know about that one. I would have let that one go. He was already, there was no advantage, disadvantage, but I guess from the ref's angle it was. Rossetti trying to make something happen here. 57-50, 7 minutes left in this quarter. 2-man game. Rossetti to the hole. No one there. Off the mark. J.J. Robinson. Saab from the corner. Rebound. Mike Rossetti dishes it out to Good, grabs it. J.J. Robinson wide open. Off the mark.
We need a rebound.
Timmerman wide open. His 5th 3 of the night. The kid averages 4 points. He's having a career night here. Fitch get a 60-50 lead here with 6 minutes to go. Paraj driving, spins. Tough move by Indra.
They need a stop here, and they need to box out and grab rebounds. They gave up 3 second chance shots there on that last possession for Fitch.
J.J. Robinson comes off about 3 screens. Off the mark. Paraj
3 screens is right, Dino.
That
Oh,
was almost like a Steph Curry play. They ran everyone on the team off him. Good almost had the steal. Rossetti driving, dishing. Robbie Carfiello from the corner. Off the mark. Joey Carfiello has it. He's fouled.
that's good second, I think.
Yep. Xavier Good with his second foul. So 2 things that free throws happen, right? One is the clock stops, right? So you're scoring without burning the clock here, especially when you're down. But 2, you do also give your players a little bit of a rest, right? These guys have been running around, especially that last play. Carfiello makes the first free throw. Francis comes in. He'll replace Sebastian. So Fitch has a little bit of size here on this court.
Great rebound by Robbie.
Second. Joey.
Oh, it should have been a foul there.
Saab wide open. Dunks it. This kid's been all offense the second half. Haraj with the drive. That's going to be on Saab.
I think they should have got a foul there on Joey on his last layup attempt.
I think Coach Sylvan is telling Saab to calm down. I think he could have almost gotten a taunting foul, technical foul there on that dunk. He kind of came back. We've seen that in games this year just from players just looking at each other to get technicals. Haraj misses the free throw. Seymour's missed about 6 free throws that I can count here, Zach. Not typical of them.
Very uncharacteristic. That's 6 points. It's almost a difference.
Haraj misses the second.
Robbie Carfiello is killing it on those rebounds offensively.
Pretty physical game here. That's going to be on Francis. I think that's his
4th.
They call that on J.J. Robinson, actually. His 3rd.
You know what's key for Seymour here, Dino? There was one more foul, and they're shooting free throws, and they're stopping the clock every time and getting a chance to get points.
But Zach, we got to make free throws here. They haven't been able to make free throws.
Yeah. So that's a good point, but at least
Ellis to the hole. What a hard foul.
That's Francis's 4th there.
Yeah.
You can go ahead. Well, I was going to say, I just like how Seymour's going at the players they know that are killing them and making it easier on themselves, keeping them in foul trouble.
Yeah, so definitely the aggressor here on the offensive side. 62-53 Fitch. Ellis makes the first, cuts it to 8 points, 62-54. So not only is that Francis's 4th foul, but now Seymour shooting 2 free throws on every foul moving forward with 5 minutes left in the game. Ellis makes the second. 7-point game here. Let's see if Seymour can capitalize here, get a defensive stop. Francis with a turnover. Joey Carfiello spins, goes to Francis.
And 1!
Wow.
That is huge. Francis is done.
What was he thinking? I think Coach is going to have a little heart-to-heart with him. We got some Fitch fans here coaching from the sidelines. So Francis comes out. That's his 5th. 5 minutes left in the quarter, Zach. Seymour now could make it a 5-point game here. Oh, 4-point game. Excuse me. If Joey Carfiello makes this free throw. So, not to beat up on the player, but you had the turnover and then you caused the foul. Not a good way to end the game. Carfiello makes the free throw. Huge momentum shift here. Fitch is going to talk about it.
That's a smart timeout there. Smart timeout.
62-58 Fitch, but momentum here has swung Seymour's way with leading center for Fitch fouling out with 5 minutes left in the game. senior forward Jacob Francis. He was a problem for Seymour. So let's see how both teams come out here, because we've seen some momentum shift here, Zach, here early in the fourth quarter. You got 5 fouls on Fitch. So Seymour shooting 2 on every foul the rest of the way. Fitch also playing without their big guy here, not their top player, but they still got 2 very good guards in J.J. Robinson and Xavier Good. And you've seen Xander Timmerman. I mean, this is the first time we've seen Fitch play, but for a kid who averages 4 points a game, he's played lights out here with 15.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it's been very quiet for J.J. Robinson and Xavier Good today. I mean, Xavier Good has lit up the score sheet a little bit, but to his standards, not as he normally does.
No, and Saab has also been the difference. The kid didn't play at all the first half. Maybe he was in trouble, who knows, or maybe that was calculated by the coaching staff here at Fitch. But he's really been a difference here in the second half. That almost looked like a backcourt violation. Seymour in the 3-2 zone, trying to maybe make something happen here. Good, wide open, passes it up, dribbles out. Robinson drives. Staunching defense here by Seymour. Good drives, pulls. Looks like that was blocked.
Yeah, Jaquan Ellis there, one of their defensive leaders.
62-58, 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter.
This is a huge possession here, Dino. Huge possession for Seymour.
Rossetti gets it back to Ellis. I'd like to see him attack the basket, Zach, like we've said. Pulls off the mark. I'd like to see Seymour attack the basket. They've got Fitch on their heels with 5 fouls. J.J. Robinson recognizes and 1. He was wide open. That's going to be on Robbie Carfiello, his third.
That's a tough break for Seymour there. Very tough break.
They fell asleep there on defense.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to start getting to the point where they need to get it to keep it at 2, 3, 4 points max. It's going to be very hard for them to keep coming back if they keep going down 6, potentially go down 7 here.
Yeah, they've got to get stops here. You got to, that just wasn't a smart play there. We always say you got to know where the scores are. J.J. Robinson and Xavier Good, 20-point scores, per game for Fitch. You got to know where those guys are at all times. You can't fall asleep like that, especially in the fourth quarter. Seymour comes back on offense here, Zach. They've got to attack this basket. They've got these fouls. I'd really like to see some drives to the basket, get it into the post. You can't settle for these jump shots. What's going on here?
Yeah, I know they're trying to also set stuff up offensively, but they don't have the time to work the shot clock. They need to get it and go. They need to stop forced turnovers. And when they get a shot up and it's a miss, they need to box out and rebound. Second, third chances are going to kill them.
Man-to-man.
Good steal. It should be going to Seymour.
Stays Fitch ball. I like the man-to-man defense here versus that 3-2. Just play guys straight up and just let them beat you. They're in a 2-3 zone here on the out-of-bounds play. Back into a man-to-man, it looks like. Nope. A little bit of confusion here. They're still in that 3-2. Let's see if Fitch can find a solution here. Good with a drive off the mark. Faraj with the rebound. Got to make a score here if you're Seymour. Faraj over to Rossetti. Kick ball. Going to stay Seymour ball.
And, I think this is a critical possession here. If they don't score, Fitch gets another basket.
Deep inbound pass to Harmelin. He drives. Uncharacteristic of Harmelin.
That's Sebastian's fourth.
Is that on Sebastian? Yep. That's his fourth.
I may have said he got set, got his feet, but I guess he didn't get hit directly in the middle of his chest.
So let's see here if Cooper can cut into this lead here. I know he's a good free throw shooter as he misses that first one as I jinx him here. 65-58 Fitch, 2:45 left in the fourth quarter. Misses both. Farage has it over to Carfiello. Rossetti's got it. Rossetti to the hole.
Seymour needed that, Dino. They needed it bad. Oh, he's dribbling the ball out of bounds.
You could do that. You just get good breaks the defense here. Saab with it. Sebastian with it in the post. He dishes back to Good. Coach Sullivan is going to take a timeout here. 2:18 left in the fourth quarter. Fitch holding on to this 5-point lead. Looks like Robbie Carpiello back into the game for Seymour.
I'll give a lot of credit. Fitch's head coach Sullivan, he's very good at calling timeouts when there's momentum changes, when he needs to, and he's done a very good job coaching the game. I mean, you're saving a player like Malachi Saab on your bench, and you don't see him the first half, then he comes out and he has over 10 points here. I mean, defensively, he's been good, rebounding, and he's done a great job coaching this game.
Yeah, I think we like to call that managing, right? He's done a great job managing the team and using timeouts in a very good way. Very impressed with it. But, Seymour's got to get a stop here if they want to get back in this game. We talked about this a little bit before. The clock is not on their side here. They do have the fouls on their side, but if you take jump shots, you can't, you don't get to the free throw line and you don't draw that contact. I think they've got to be a little bit more aggressive here on offense. And maybe we're seeing Robbie Carfiello back into the game for Cooper Harmelin. Robbie's more of a driver, backup point guard, possibly a starting point guard next year with Mike Rossetti graduating here.
I think what kills Seymour right now with this lineup is the players on the court can shoot, but they're very streaky. You don't have someone to kind of keep the consistent floor spacing.
Good with a Euro. Tough move. Over Karaj. Makes it a 7-point game.
Seymour needs to go. They need to go.
Got to get stops here.
They can't keep waiting offensively either.
Carfiello with a strong drive to the
And
hole.
that's what Seymour needed there. And that's Sebastian's fifth. He's done. If that's on Sebastian.
I think that's his fourth.
I have him at 4 right now. That would have been his fifth, no? Yeah, they got him with 5.
That's 5, yep. That's his fifth. Looks like the players are arguing how many fouls each of them has. And that's his fifth. It's number 2.
Yeah, because he had 3 going into this half. He just picked up the blocking one on Harmerling, and that would be his 5th.
So it looks like Fitch is going to counter with some size with Nathan Virtue here. So Carfiello to the line.
I mean, he's just having an outstanding game.
Monster game. Makes it a 4-point game here. They got numbers here, Fitch. J.J. Robinson with an easy 2. 69-63, 145 to play here. Jaquan Ellis drives.
Good pass.
Finds Farage. So, 4-point game here. Seymour's got to get a stop. You got to get a stop.
I think what's killing them is when they're pressing, no one's getting back, and then it's just 1-on-3.
Foul shots, we talked about it, Zach. I think Seymour's missed about 6 to 7, maybe 8 foul shots. you're down 4, and it's easy game, from up here in the booth to start looking at those things, right? We had foul shots, you know, missed threes. I know Seymour didn't shoot the threes very well, but have missed a lot of foul shots here in this game. So could be
Yeah.
the difference here that we see, in a tight game like this, 4-point game, you know, those things matter. And that's what, at this time of the season, 8-9 games, these teams are seated fairly similarly in terms of where they are in the states.
Oh yeah,
So,
I agree completely, and it just shows, tonight. It just shows what's going on.
so 69, 65, 140 to go. Fitch holding on to a 4-point lead here. Virtue to inbound the ball.
And we will have a intense last minute and 40, to say the least.
Correct. And, we mentioned it before, Zach, with our 5 fouls early for Fitch. Other than shooting fouls, Trap here, wide open is Saab. He
Good
loses
steal.
it. Virtue with the rebound, misses. Comes down, Rossetti with it. Virtue had it. Wow.
I mean, I'll give Rossetti there, going up with Saab there.
So Saab tried to dunk the ball. Looks like Rossetti got in there, maybe got a hand on the ball. He loses it, but Virtue comes down with the rebound. Can't put the putback. Ball's loose. Carfiello had it. Rossetti had it. Virtue landed on it. And then, again, our coach here, Coach Sullivan, calls a timeout. Smart call by the coach. Players down on the ground versus getting up and traveling or turning the ball over, calls a timeout while a player has it. And that's something with 3 officials too, Zach. I know we talked about it at the beginning of the game, having 3 officials here. Not only are they able to see the court better, but in situations like this where you have a ref right next to the coach because of the way that they're set up on the court, very easy to get that timeout. You have 2 officials, you have a bottom official and a top official. I don't know if that timeout is easily called without having that 3rd official.
And I mean, if you're Seymour there, that was a missed opportunity there. The ball's bouncing around. You first off stop Saab from throwing one down and taking all energy out of the atmosphere, and then you just can't grab the rebound. The ball's bouncing around. This will be a huge possession here. They can get a steal. They need a stop. They need one, and they need it bad.
1:27 left in the game. Fitch holding on to a 4-point lead. Ball goes into J.J. Robinson. Saab gets it. Hezzy.
You need to get up. You need to get up on him.
Man-to-man defense here. Virtue, big stop there. Good with it. He drives, gets past Carfiello, off the mark.
You gotta go. You gotta go. You need to go.
See if Seymour can make it a 2-point game. Ellis spins.
Oh, wow. He hit the deck hard there,
Let's
Dino.
see who this is on. This is on Robinson. That's on Robinson. I think that's his 4th.
4th, yeah. I mean, Dino, if this game goes into overtime, Fitch is going to be in some trouble.
So other things here, Zach, is Seymour has 1 foul. Fitch has 5. So see here what Ellis can do if he can cut into this lead to make it a 2-point game. But Seymour might be able to foul here and play a little bit more aggressive on defense.
I would 100% do that, Dino. 100%.
Ellis makes the first 3-point game, 69-66, 50
closest
seconds
it's been
to go.
In a long time.
Since 3-0.
Yeah.
Crowd here, the whiteout, Seymour student section's getting up. Off the mark, Parage with the rebound, stolen by Robinson. Actually not a bad foul by
I think that was a good foul. That was a good foul.
So 3-point game, 69-66, 50 seconds here to go.
This is going to be a fantastic finish, Dino. Fantastic.
So 50 seconds here left in the court. It looks like there's a slip on the court. They're going to wipe the court down. The refs are coming here to talk, just maybe talk things over, just because of the situation. End of the game, make sure they're covered. If Seymour's going to go for the ball, make sure they're going for the ball possibly. You know, as an official, tight game, fouls usually come into play. Just want to make sure everyone's on the same page. Looks like Coach Sullivan's talking whether that was an intentional foul there. There's a little bit of contact. Zimmerman with the ball.
You need to go for a steal.
Smart foul there by
I think it was Jaquan Ellis.
Jaquan Ellis. That's his second.
I mean, if you're Seymour, though, you just don't want to just foul. You want to try to get a steal or something, make it worth it. And I don't think that was worth it there. Jaquan Ellis is behind Nathan Virtue, and there was no chance at him attempting a steal or poking it loose without fouling him.
Good has it. He's got Robbie Carpiello on him. Looks like they're coming to double team. Someone's going to be up. There we go. Ellis with his third. Fitch fans here are a little upset. And I think the Fitch coach, Coach Sullivan's kind of working the refs here. I saw talking to one ref, you know, we've got a substitution coming in. Cooper Harmeling into the game to replace Robbie Carpiello. Looks like Coach Sullivan and the referee there are having a discussion about intentional versus they got to wipe the floor again here. It looks like there's wet spots on the court here. Nope. If you're Seymour, you don't need an intentional foul right now. So next foul for either team, they're going to be shooting 2 free throws. I think. Oh, jump ball. Jump ball.
Yeah. Wow. Seymour possession. Seymour possession.
Wow.
What a huge play there from Mike Rossetti.
Our guy.
Now, Dino, you don't need a 3. I want to make that so abundantly clear. Go to the basket. You get fouled, maybe an and one. You don't need a 3 yet. Just keep the game prolonged.
So you've got a 3-point game. You got a 3-point game. Refs are telling the team to sit down. 35 seconds left here. Seymour's shot clock basically is even with the game clock. You're down 3, 69-67. Joey Carpiello drives.
Tough move.
Tough move. Wow. 69-68. Fitch. Seymour. Can they get the W here at home? 23 seconds left.
And Joey Carpiello with his 28th point of the game, Dino. Unofficially, of course, but I have him down for 28. He came to play today.
Yeah, we'll have to check your math there, Zach. But so if you're Seymour here, what do? You gotta. I mean, you can still play aggressive. You only got 4 fouls on you, so you know the next foul, regardless, you're gonna be Fitch is gonna be shooting 2. So you play a little up. You don't want to get beat here, I don't think, on the home run ball. But maybe you try to get a little aggressive. That play there, get another jump ball. The arrow's in Fitch's favor here, so maybe you don't do that. You got to try to get a steal, and then you got to foul quick. You got to have time to score here. So, then it becomes, see if Fitch can make their free throws.
Yeah, and honestly, I think if you're Seymour, all you want to do is prolong the game. You want to make these 23 seconds feel like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Just keep the game going. Because as long as there's time on the clock, you still got a chance to win.
Yeah, for Fitch, Robinson is a 66% free throw shooter. Good is a 73% free throw shooter. And Zimmerman is an 85% free throw shooter. So I don't know if you want to foul one of those guys. Trap in the corner, good. Timeout, Fitch. Wow. Saved them there.
They were close to a 10-second violation, very close. I think about 9 seconds or something ran off the clock.
25, so we're down to almost 9 seconds here. So if you're Seymour, though, Zach, here, can you afford to burn another 9 seconds here?
I don't think so. I think that was your one shot to do it. You need to go for the foul almost instantly. Go for the ball and then foul right away.
So on the floor, J.J. Robinson is 66% free throw shooter. Xavier Good 73. Zimmerman 85%. Saab a 67% shooter. And I believe if they keep Virtue in, he's a 44% shooter. So you probably want to get him fouled. If Virtue gets the ball, you want to get him to the free throw line, or Saab or J.J. Robinson. I think you don't want Good or Zimmerman on the line. Virtue's going to inbound the ball. Here we go, 69, 68, 17 seconds to go. Robinson gets the ball. That's the guy you want to foul. They trap him in the corner. Players getting into it here. Coach is jumping on the court. A little bit of a hard foul there from behind, but I think momentum there carried the player over. So I know parents are a little upset. But, those bang-bang plays, you got two very athletic players. They called the foul. So you've got J.J. Robinson going to the line. He's 66%, according to our statistics here, Zach.
Yeah, and the only good thing is if you're Seymour, you still got a chance to tie the game at least if he makes both. Which I think you're going to have to go for a three if he makes both now, because 13 seconds left. It's going to be hard to not take a three.
J.J. Robinson makes the first. So interesting substitution here. Virtue's going to come out. Longino out. Substitution for
That's who
Seymour.
You want. Yeah, you need him on the court.
Cooper Harmeling in for Robbie Carfield, a three-point shooter. 70-68, Fitch, 13 seconds. J.J. Robinson here for another one. Misses. Ellis with the rebound. Zach, just go for two. You do not need a three. Do not go for three. Just get the two. Ellis with a three. Oh my God! Ellis with a three. Robinson gets it off.
Oh my God!
Jaquan Ellis with the three.
Oh my God! And they are going crazy.
Wow!
They are going crazy over here.
Get the kids out of here. They're on top of the Fitch stands. Get them out. Get them out. Wow. Wow. What a finish. Jaquan Ellis. My God, Zach. Wow.
I have no words.
Speechless. Seymour moves on. 71-70. Stunned Fitch. What a game, Zach. What a game. Wow. What a game. What a game.
I mean, he was 6 feet behind the three-point line.
What a game by Ellis. Wow. Wow.
And Dino, I think we have our Zoe's Pizza player of the game.
Jaquan Ellis. Wow, Zach. What a play. What a game. Hands down the best game we've done this year. Hats off to this Fitch team. Their future is bright. They've got some young players that can really play. And J.J. Robinson and Xavier Good and Makai Saab. Hats off to Coach Sullivan. Great job. I mean, we said this, the end of the game, do you have the situation where, a shot like that makes the game? And, free throws, fouls, you can look back at a lot, but hell of a game by the Fitch Falcons here. I know it's hard to go home with the loss, but what a great game by the Fitch Falcons. Seymour, hats off for really coming back.
I'm still in shock, Oh my God.
Jaquan Ellis with the heroics here. Unbelievable here. We'll be back with our Zoe's player of the game, Jaquan Ellis. mic's on, so if you want to put the headset on, you can. Yeah, just in first. Yeah, just in first.
So we are here with Jaquan Ellis. Jaquan Ellis, that may have been one of the greatest game winners I've seen in my life. Before I get into asking you about the game, take us through what was going through your mindset on the shot. I mean, because you did not hesitate, and you were about 6 feet behind the three-point line.
So I caught it off the rebound. I pushed it. My teammate was open. I hit him. He hit the person that we wanted to shoot the ball, which was in it. He got doubled and he trusted me to shoot it. He passed it, and the first thing I heard him say was "Shoot it, Quan." So I looked up and I just shot it, and it went in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still in shock. I mean,
Yeah.
we weren't expecting it. It was a hard-fought game. I mean, you guys were down 16 at one point, and you guys just didn't give up, and you just kept chipping away. What was going through your guys' minds? Because I know you're a senior. You don't want to go home. You want to continue to play. So what is it? What is it like?
So, like, I transferred from a school in New York, which was Cardinal Hayes. It was a ranked school, so I was used to the environment like this. And we get down in games, but like in basketball, it's always a games runs. So you just gotta stay as a team and play together. And there was one moment where we all went down, and Coach kept talking to us. He said, "The game is not over. Keep playing." So we just kept pushing and came back out and won the game.
What does it feel like for those watching who maybe either didn't play or haven't been in that position to hit the game-winning shot to advance your team to the quarterfinals and keep going for the state championship? What are your emotions like? What do you feel like?
I'm just happy. Like I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
It's like this is my second game winner of the season. The first one, it was exciting, but that one was like the middle of the season, so it was regular. But this one is to take us further in the state tournament, so it was like bigger. So I feel proud of myself, man.
So I wanna switch gears a little bit here. I want you to take me through some of, I guess, what were you told at halftime? Coach adjustments, changes, because we saw in that second quarter, especially, you guys were switching up defensive schemes, and then it was translating into offense. So what was the factors? Like, why was it so difficult in the first quarter, and then how did it get easier throughout the game?
I think in the first quarter we came out flat, like we wasn't playing our best. And then they went on their run. As I said before, basketball is a game to run. So they went on their run. Then we finally like realized, oh, the game is not over. We could come back in the game. So we just kept playing. And from when I first started playing basketball, my coach always told me defense leads to offense. So I always been like defense come first, then the offense comes with it. So we started playing defense and everything kept falling for us. Even Joey, like we kept playing defense, Joey kept getting baskets, and that just like gave us the momentum to keep playing and keep playing.
I want to stick with defense because for the game against South Windsor, you guys played a box and one. Once again, they leaned on you to stick with Landon or London King and just shut him down. Again tonight, I mean, when they were giving you fits when it was good, whether it was Robinson, when they were giving you fits, instantly you were switched over and they were nowhere to be seen on the court. What what is it? What does it take to be able to, I guess, and do you take pride in being that lockdown defender on your team?
Yeah, as I said before, defense leads to offense. So I just always been like, oh, defense, defense, defense. Because I came from a school where I was surrounded by a lot of five stars. So scoring was never my thing. So I just said, if I can't score, I have to do something else to help my team out. And I just said I was gonna play defense. And I always been like the head of the snake on the defense. So I always come out and guard the best player. And whenever coach tell me I got the best player, I just put it in my mindset, oh, I gotta come out and shut him down, and we were gonna win the game. And that's what I did.
Well, I'll tell you what. For someone who says they didn't used to score a lot, you made the biggest basket that I have ever seen so far. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jaquan. Any words to anyone watching?
No, that's it. Thank you.
So now joining us, we're here with Coach Carfiello. Coach, what an exciting win. I mean, I'm still in shock, as I just told Jaquan. Take us through that last shot from a coach perspective. When you're watching it, you're watching the ball leave Jaquan's hands. He's 6 feet behind the three-point line. I know when I interviewed you earlier, you were like, I don't like shooting threes. Not that you don't like it, but you prefer layups. What was it?
Anytime the ball's in his hands, I don't care what he shoots. He he has such guts. The kid, like he could score. I mean, he ended up having a pretty decent score in that, but it doesn't matter what he scores. He just has like that knack. He beat Naugatuck at the buzzer on a similar shot. He was a little bit farther, a little closer inside, but It left his hand. It left his hands. I'm like, that's good. In my head, I'm like, that's good. You could see it. Like, unless it was back rim, it was going to be good. Um, he's just such a great kid. He's everything that we want in this program. His attitude, the way he plays, everything. And this our team. I mean, we got down early. It was 23 points I think we gave up in the first quarter, and then I think we held them to 50 something or not 40 something the rest of the way. So I mean, we really played D. They just kept at it. Guys didn't have their best shooting nights, but in the second half, they picked it up. Like Injury was a monster in the second half. Joey was, I mean,
Yeah,
Joey
I
kept us in
have
the game. Joey was unreal.
unofficially with like 28 points. So
Yeah, no, he was unreal. They couldn't stop inside. But they just played D. There's been moments in the season when I had the interview with you and I said that what would hurt us the most is us. And there's been moments in the season we would have came apart. Excuse me. In a moment like this where we got down, things were going well, we turned the ball over, but they didn't. They didn't. And this was one of the best teams we played all year. Like they were good. This team was good. We knew it. We saw it on film. They were picked to go to final for a reason by a lot of papers and stuff. So this was a good team, a good win. I mean, it's only one though. We got 3 left.
So I do want to ask you because you mentioned the first quarter it was rough. As a coach, what did you tell your team going into that second quarter?
Stay the course. I mean, we gave up too many threes, and we played zone. Then we shifted the man, and once we went the man, we did a lot better. I mean, they have really quick guards, and they were getting in the paint, but the threes were killing us. The kid who started number 5, I think he only averages like 4 or 5 points per
Yeah.
game, as Dino was just saying. And he had like 4 threes in the first quarter, first half. So law of averages say that's probably not gonna happen for the course of the game. But weird stat for everybody. I was telling him. So second round of the state tournament last year, we went to Brookfield. Second round is here tonight, obviously. Second round, we were down 22 points at Brookfield. We won at the buzzer. Tonight, win at the buzzer. Score of both those games, 71-70.
That's crazy.
That's weird. That's weird,
It must be a sign.
right?
Continue to go. I do want to ask you though, a little bit on a lighter note. Halftime, you were fired up out there on the court. We were talking about it.
They seem to get more fired up when I get more fired up. And I just, I like the run. We made a really nice run at the end of that half. I wanted to show that we were in it and we were going to be there the whole second half. But then they upped the lead to like 11 again, and we just kept fighting back. I mean, I think it was 7 with like 2 minutes left or whatever. So I mean, this team has no quit. These seniors don't want to go home. It was either hand your jerseys in or practice tomorrow. We get to practice tomorrow. So
Well, I think honestly after this, you guys have cemented that you're going to be a tough team to beat. And here's Joey. Joey had 28 today unofficially.
yeah, he played okay.
Yeah, he played okay. You keep
Yeah,
the
too many
standards
free throw
up.
misses. I'll get on him about that.
Practice tomorrow. Free
Yeah.
throws.
All right, guys, we all set?
Yep. Thank
All right,
you,
man.
Joe.
Again, thank you for everything that you guys do. Other son, Robbie, defensive player, good here. All right. I appreciate you guys again. As I always say, this has been great. I actually watched your game today just because I love listening to your guys call. The last game that we played. Great job. I can't wait to watch this one.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
All right, Zach. So that's it from Seymour boys basketball this season. We're done here because CIEC won't let us do the next game. We'll probably be tweeting from SMSA up in Hartford as Seymour takes them on in the quarterfinals. Zach, it's been awesome. It's been so exciting to be able to share Seymour boys basketball this season, which has been a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to cast, and a lot of fun to stream.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. I mean, and it's been super enjoyable. And I mean, as we just saw, it's just unbelievable what can happen.
Awesome. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to follow us at Project Purple Sports on YouTube for more Seymour sports as we come to you in the spring with both baseball and softball.